I'm really sorry I'm not an editor and I don't have really good quality video editing software. Also, I must apologize for the studio that I have. It's not a professional studio with, you know, HID lighting and sound stage and all that. So you have to forgive me and bear with me. It takes me a lot of time on my little netbook to edit videos also. So I'll just show you. This is the fruit I've been picking off of my trees in my yard. If I could edit the video, I would show me walking around picking the fruit or getting where I'm getting the fruit at. But trust me, it's growing in my third of an acre yard back here. These are off of a 5-way graft apple, and these are a concord grape, and those are Bartlett pears. I'm going to be showing my potato harvest now. There's another video on my other channel that shows the potatoes when they were in bloom. Shows them actually the leaves on them. But trust me, this pile of dirt, they are the potatoes that were grown from plants. So they're off of a root. It's a pile of dirt. It's on a tarpaulin, which is one of these plastic. It has the cleats in it for the on the corners of it's a plastic cover that I put on the ground. And actually it enables me to not have to water as much because the soil in the area here is very porous. It's glacial moraine, or you know, it's left over from glaciers. So what I'm going to do is use a paper bag, because I'm going to probably be storing these in my shed building during the winter. I could leave them out here, but I just don't want them to rot, because they will rot over time if you leave them in a wet soil. So it's starting to get into our rainy season now, so I'll be harvesting most of the grapes, and because last year I waited too long and some of them got mold on them. These are really good eating. The small ones, they're kind of sweet. Potatoes are very, very easy to grow. You know, if any of you out there have land or own property, you know, you can dig up your lawn and grow vegetable gardens and also plant fruit trees. If you own the land, the bank shouldn't tell you you can't grow your own food on your own property. That would be, you know, again, violating your human rights, you know. So I would encourage everyone out there, if you have property and you own land, to use the land that you have around you and grow as much food as you possibly can near where your house is. It's also better, you know, it's healthier food, and it also has more flavor to it than the monocultured, you know, store-bought foods. So you're actually getting, not only are you eating healthier, and it's fun too. You're getting outdoors, you're getting fresh air, you're out working outside, you know, getting your hands dirty, which, you know, is okay. Little sweet ones. These ones will be good in stew. So this was at one time these, you know, here's the plant it came off of. So, you know, I'm just not out here. I didn't just put potatoes in my dirt out in my yard. So they have been growing out here. I'll link to an earlier video where I'm showing the plants before they kind of dried up. I got most of them out of there already earlier. Anyhow, so what I've been doing is using the worm leach, which is the juice that drains out of my red wiggler worm bins, and I pour that on my strawberry plants, and it really enhances. You get more blooms, and the strawberries are really, really, even though they're real small strawberries, they have a lot of flavor in them. So the flavor of the food that's the main thing too. That's why you should garden. Try to grow your own food. Is you get really a lot more flavor. You'll notice that the taste of the food that you buy in that's monoculture grown on these big monoculture, they don't have the same flavor that your food has when you grow it yourself. You know, you got bugs, and then you got, you know, the weather, and you got, you know, all these things you have to deal with, problems. You know, the temperature has to be right, and you got to have all the necessary conditions for optimum growing. But over time you learn how to do that. Number one thing, the very first thing you want to do is work on accumulating soil. So it's just little by little, compost your food scraps that you get, because that's money that's your hard-earned money that you spent that you paid for the food at the grocery store. So if you just throw that away in the garbage and it goes to the landfill, and you're not reusing the nutrients that you paid for at the grocery store, because when you pay for your potatoes and your bananas and your oranges and your apples and all your food, and then you throw away the scraps, you're actually throwing your money away. If it's whereas you could use it to build up soil near where you live at, near your house. Now, if you live in an apartment, you can do container gardening. Plant, anything that can grow well in containers. Like I grow strawberries. Those are blueberries over there. But I use container growing when I started out, because you can control the soil and you can move the plant if you want to move it into a sunnier spot, or you want to get in relocate the plant, you can easily just move it if it's already in a pot. This soil here has been, over time, I started buying it at the hardware store, pre-bagged at first when I first started, and then over time I've been adding my worm castings, which is just I tear up old phone books and use cloth rags, old cloth rags, and throw all my food scraps and leaves and grass into the worm bin. And when you get red wigglers, actually they create soil, because they eat and they poop out the microenzymes, in the soil. You can add it, and it'll revitalize the soil. As you can see, there's a cat out here. You should probably discourage her from going here, because she thinks she's going to go poop here. Go on. Go on. That's another thing. If you have animals, probably should keep them out of your garden if you can. She likes it in here.